All right, welcome back. We're going to join Mike Eppel standing by, breaking down all those numbers. We teased to break, Mike, a little bit about the Dollars Casino, a la Casino, but we're going to get to that story in just a sec. First, I want to get to the gas shortage and then, therefore, the lineups that we're seeing in the U.S.
Or is it a perception of a gas shortage?
Okay.
That's what we're trying to figure out right now, because 12 American states have declared states of emergency because of the shutdown of the Colonial Pipeline. That's that conduit that runs from Texas all the way up to New Jersey. And we haven't seen much effect on the price on the markets for wholesale gasoline or, for that matter, oil. But you look at some of the visuals coming from North Carolina, for example, and Alabama, and there are people lined up around the block to get gas. So is this reminiscent of the toilet paper shortage during the early days of the pandemic? Is there they're worried that there may not be enough gas, so people are lining up like they do at Costco on a Tuesday afternoon. So you're wondering, wait a second, is there a gas shortage? Why is everybody lined up? So it's something we're watching, Melanie, because, again, that is a key pipeline. If it lasts for any length of time, yes, there will be a supply disruption. It hasn't specifically happened yet. We're also looking at today the deadline for Enbridge to shut down the Line 5 through Michigan. That's not going to happen. It seems to be back in the courts, so that's going to be delayed. But it's kind of interesting to see psychology and market forces at play when specifically Americans are potentially shut off from gasoline supply and filling up the tanks.
Fill her up. All right, let's talk about the future of electric vehicles, which we have been talking about for some time, specifically now, Toyota.
Well, it's the contrast, right, from gasoline to EVs, and Toyota says by 2030 they'll be producing 8 million electric vehicles per year. And of course, General Motors and Volkswagen and Tesla, they're all talking about the same thing. So in pretty short order here, I mean, that's less than a decade away. Toyota doubled its profit. They're splitting the stock. They're doing a huge stock buyback. So the company's having a really good year. They're saying they are conflicted, however, about their sponsorship for the Tokyo Olympics.
Yeah.
So that's something to watch here. We're, I think 6 weeks away from that. So
let's say countdown's on. Very quickly, we got about 30 seconds, Mike. I want to get to what Americans were doing with their stimulus checks.
Oh, apparently hitting the tables. American casinos in the first quarter of this year raked in $11 billion. That matches the best quarter ever. So we talk about, things getting back to normal, so to speak. In the U.S., casinos are open. And, Americans got big stimulus checks and apparently said, let's go and wager some of that. Oh, by the way, the Bacchanal Buffet reopens at Caesars on May 20th.
And Mike Eppel, you'll catch him there.
Are you ready to go back to a buffet?
Nope, not there yet.
That to me is somewhat surprising. But again, people want the way it was, maybe.
They want to go back. Liking the casual look, by the way, Mike. Looking good.
Thank you.
Okay.
Appreciate that.
Talk to you again tomorrow as it sits up straight.
See ya.
Bye. Okay, 6:17 is your time right now. Mississauga residents, they know the area as Lakeview Village, but it could soon be home to a massive development tapped as an innovation district. We're going to get you your first look on this coming up next.